Like most people with functioning taste buds, I hate tofu. So when this cookbook made me enjoy a tofu salad, I started spiraling into a midlife crisis. Today, I am putting Mandy's cookbook on trial, and through the power of subjective opinion, I will be rating every recipe to see if this cookbook is actually worth your time. And with that, let's get to it. The Date Me Smoothie. How very bold of you to start with smoothies in your salad cookbook. I like it. Let's hope this pays off.
For this, you're gonna need some espresso. I'm gonna make some by grinding up some fresh Italian coffee beans. Illy is a great brand, by the way. So we're gonna grind them, tamp them, turn on the machine, and then start pouring out our nice creamy espresso. Should look like this. Now you're gonna marinate your dates in that espresso until it becomes nicely softened. In a blender, toss in our softened dates, a banana, almond butter, plant-based milk, cacao powder, and hemp seeds. Pulse it for 5 to 8 seconds, and then blend on medium for 20 to 30 seconds. Once it's smooth, pour it into a cup or smoothie cup, and you are ready to enjoy your first salad cookbook smoothie. Wow, this shot sucks ass. Reminder to yourself, don't put brown food in front of a brown background. It's really stupid.
So this looks more like a chocolate shake than it does a smoothie. Bon appetit. Wow, that is delightful. The predominant flavor in this is the banana. The hemp seeds are coming through. It's providing a very nice little like seedy chew inside of it that I find very pleasant, if I'm being honest with you. This is really good. I give this an 8 out of 10. Now, let's move on to an actual salad.
Alright, well I suppose it would be fitting to make salad out of our salad cookbook, so let's get to it. Both of these salads require a delicious tamari dressing. To make it, we're going to pull out our blender, and in it you are going to add apple cider vinegar, tamari, a garlic clove, and nutritional yeast flakes. Process on medium-high speed for 30 seconds.
That has a very weird smell. This smells exactly like something you wouldn't want to put in your body.
Scrape down the sides with a spatula, turn your blender back onto low speed, and then drizzle in your olive oil slowly. When it's nice and emulsified like this, pour it into a container and give it a taste test.
Oh, that is amazing. That's going to be such a fantastic sauce for any salad. I think it's worth pointing out that the aftertaste tastes kind of like a really good Italian pizza for some reason.
But now we got to balance it out with salt and black pepper. Once you have this amazingly delicious tamari dressing all set, we're ready to make a salad.
Tokyo salad, being made in the continent of the Americas. North America, to be precise.
To make this salad, we're going to have to marinate and roast some tofu. To make the tofu marinade, it's very easy. In a bowl, we're going to add avocado oil, white miso, tamari, rice wine vinegar, lime juice, maple syrup, lemon juice, minced garlic, minced ginger, sriracha sauce. Also, don't stack your dishes like this or you're going to have a bad time. For example, yeah, that's not fun. Regardless, finish this off with sambal oolek. Give your marinade a stir and it should look like this. In a large Ziploc bag, add firm tofu cubes, and then pour the marinade in with the Ziploc bag of tofu. If you're like me and you hate tofu, you're probably gonna think, wow, this is gonna suck ass. Just stick around, you might be surprised. Regardless, let that marinate for up to 24 hours. Once your tofu's done marinating, you're going to take it out of the bag and you're going to strain it. Place it onto a baking sheet like this until you have a little tofu army.
Kill the enemy! Destroy them! Kill them!
Bake it at 490 degrees Kelvin for 5 minutes. Pull it out of the oven, turn the cubes, bake for another 5 minutes, and then turn the cubes one last time and then bake for a final 3 minutes. Should look like this. If she looks like this, you did a pretty solid job there, bud. Now we're gonna set her to the side until it's time to put them on the salad. Alright, now it's finally time to assemble the salad. In a bowl, you're going to add chopped romaine lettuce, mesclun greens, broccoli florets, shredded carrot, diced red onion, diced cucumber, red cabbage, the roasted marinated tofu we just made, and the tamari dressing. And to make it look pretty, add some black and white sesame seeds. Give it a good mix, plate it up, and then we're ready to serve.
You know, I was excited to try this until I realized
This is vegan.
or vegetarian. Wait a second. What was I expecting out of a salad cookbook? Regardless, I'm not excited now because this could possibly be
Vegan.
Okay, well, let's try this. All right, well, first of all, I really like this raw vegetable salad. That dressing is so good. That is a 10 out of 10 dressing. Maybe not 10, maybe like 9.5 out of 10. I do believe in 10 out of 10s. I will give them if they are earned. I'm also liking the tofu. It's not as crunchy as the book promised. Like, it's kind of got a crusty outer layer, but it's all spongy on the inside still, and it's kind of spongy. Focus! See? Overall, it's a fantastic, delicious salad. I am going to give this a final score of 8.3 out of 10.
8.3 out of 10. No real complaints. It just doesn't hit that holy shit level of the god tier. Let's move on to the last one.
And finally, we have the endless summer salad.
For this salad, instead of tofu, we're going to marinate and roast some tempeh. We're going to soften the tempeh by bringing a pot of water to a boil, then bring it to a simmer and cook the tempeh for 20 minutes. Take out the tempeh when it's done. If you don't know what tempeh is basically tofu, but it went to the gym. I mean, look at those abs. Now we're going to make the marinade. In a bowl, rice wine vinegar, tamari, maple syrup, sesame oil, red pepper flakes, and smooth peanut butter. If you're going to finger your peanut butter like this, you better be wearing gloves. Mix it up and then it should look like this. Now you're gonna grab your tempeh and you're gonna cut it into nice cubes. Should look like this. Toss them in a Ziploc bag and then pour in your marinade like so. Give it a deep tissue massage and then we're gonna refrigerate that for 24 hours. Take the tempeh out of the fridge. We're gonna drain the saucy liquid from this one too. Clearly not very much sauce to be strained, I guess. And place it on a baking sheet to get a tempeh army this time.
Take them out! Target spotted. Incoming!
Sorry, as I was saying, we're going to bake this for 5 minutes at 491 degrees Kelvin. Pull it out once it's done, flip the cubes, and then put it in the oven for another 5 to 7 minutes. Should look like this once it's done baking. Now you're just going to set that aside for your salad. So in a bowl, add some shredded curly kale, romaine lettuce, mesclun greens, our roasted and marinated tempeh, pomegranate seeds, fried shallots. This book has a recipe for fried shallots. Basically heat up avocado oil, put in your sliced shallots, and then wait for it to fry until crispy. So yeah, toss those in your salad. A tofu mango, pumpkin seeds, diced avocado, diced red bell pepper, shredded carrot, basil leaves, and torn cilantro leaves. Now all we have to do is go on an entire side quest for the dressing. In a blender, we are going to add white miso paste, chopped ginger, rice vinegar and agave syrup, red pepper flakes, soy sauce, and toasted sesame oil with lime juice. Process on medium-high speed for about 20 seconds, scrape down the sides, and then drizzle in sunflower oil on low speed until you get a nice emulsion that looks like this. This is your miso ginger dressing. Now for the endless summer salad dressing that you're actually going to put on the salad, you're going to mix 1 part miso ginger dressing and 1 part tamari dressing. If you mix them together properly, it should look something like this. Now put that on the salad, give that a mix, and then plate it, and we're ready to serve.
Wow. Oh, buddy. Okay, wow. The flavor on this thing is ridiculous. This dressing here is absolutely carrying it. Sweet, salty, umami, just flavorful. That sauce right there by itself, I would give a 10 out of 10. Like, that is a perfect sauce. It is the most delicious salad sauce I've ever tasted in my life. And then you have the mango. The mango's popping. The avocado's creamy. You have the crunch of the pumpkin seeds. This is so good. Whoa, hold on. What the heck? Something is ruining the experience. And I think it's the pomegranate seeds. Okay, So the pomegranate seeds add a very nice, delicious, tasty flavor to the salad. However, every time I bite into one, it's like I get a little hard pebble stuck in my teeth, and it feels like my salad, full of good, delicious, yummy tastiness, has this random foreign object in it, and I'm not here for that. Like, even right now, I just ate the one pomegranate seed. It's like stuck in my teeth, and I'm trying to get it out, and I don't like that. So with this, I am going to give this a 7.9 out of 10. The pomegranate seeds are actually ruining the experience that much for me. Without the pomegranate seeds, this is legitimately a salad that is worthy of at least a 9 out of 10.
It's always a tragedy when you have one amazing food that's being held back massively by a singular ingredient. Let's get to the final rankings.
All right, we have our final rankings. So let's calculate the tentative cookbook score. Each of these ranks falls within a scoring range. So based on that, the Date Me Smoothie is mint, but at the lower end. So we're giving that an 8 out of 10. The Tokyo Salad is also mint. So that comes to an 8.3 out of 10. And the Endless Summer Salad is decent, right at the top of that range. It was so close to being God tier, but the pomegranate seeds brought it back hard. So that gets a 7.9. And all of this gives us an average score of 8.1 out of 10, meaning Mandy's Gourmet Salads tentatively is a pretty mint cookbook. And honestly, I did not expect that, especially when I saw I was gonna have to make a tofu salad. If you want to see more of Mandy's Gourmet Salads, like and subscribe.